nutritional needs of a plant change as it grows, as it matures, according to temperature and humidity, and even over the course of a day. The specific amount of fertiliser used in a set volume of water is known as the nutrient recipe. Nutrients can be purchased as separate fertilisers or as a pre-mixed formulation. While pre-mixed formulations are more convenient and time-saving, they're difficult to adjust for individual needs or to address a specific problem. A stock solution is the mixture of nutrients in a concentrated form before it is diluted to make the nutrient solution. Some nutrients become insoluble if mixed in a concentrated form. Stock solutions are therefore usually split into A and B tanks to avoid fertilisers forming non-soluble compounds. This nutrient solution is typically diluted at a 1 to 100 rate and then applied at a set EC rate by the grower. EC, electrical conductivity, measures the strength or saltiness of the nutrient solution. Some crops, for example lettuce, have a low salt tolerance. Other crops, such as cucumbers, tolerate a high EC. The pH is a measure of acidity. If the pH is too high or too low, the plants are unable to take up certain nutrients properly. The target pH in a hydroponic system is usually between 5.5 and 6.5. Because the runoff water is the most important reference for managing a hydroponic crop, you can make separate daily measurements with a calibrated EC and pH monitor to confirm any automated readings. The amount of irrigation to give a crop is based on the volume of the EC, pH and the runoff, so these must be measured throughout the day. To do this, you need to set up a monitoring station in each irrigation zone. A spare dripper is placed into a measuring container and used to record the feed irrigation volume. A tray or other device is placed under a plant to collect all the runoff from that plant and drain it into another container. Depending on the complexity of this system, this can comprise of a simple bucket or a more complex device which automatically sends the runoff volume into the control system. Once this information has been recorded, the EC and the runoff percentage is calculated, and then the grower can assess whether their runoff targets are being met or if they need to make adjustments to the irrigation settings. It is essential to keep records of the runoff measurements. Here you can see an example of a simple chart. The target values for the drain EC and feed EC are marked by the blue and red lines respectively. Each day, the grower records the measured levels of EC and volume of the runoff from the monitoring station. By doing so, they can easily see a trend as the drain EC rises in the middle of the month. This could be due to an increase in sunny days, leading to the plants taking up more water. In this situation, the feed EC needs to be slightly reduced, and soon the drain EC can be returned to the target value. By using a chart similar to this, you'll be able to easily see changes as trends and quickly react.
It was a big step, going from using the old Venturis and Hunter controllers and stuff like that, but it was simple. Once you learn it, it becomes just like second nature to you. You're using less fertiliser. Time management is key. You don't have to sit there and watch your Venturis and if they start sucking up air and stuff like that. And when we came here, we thought we'll go for a just a normal hothouse, and then we'll spend a bit of money on the system. And I think that paid off best. Don't go spending lots of money for no reason. Look at how many greenhouses you got and what kind of avenue you're going down, and go from there. I'm sure if you speak to the guys that supply the systems, stuff like that, you tell them what you want to do, they're really helpful on what you need. They won't oversell you or anything like that. So, have an idea in mind if you want to expand, that you can have that opportunity, and just let them know and they'll help you to the best of your needs.